Maybe you've noticed that in our country of late, we have a brand new word, systemic. Systemic, boy, it sounds official, doesn't it? Systemic racism in our country. What's it mean? Well, systemic just means that the systems that exist here, government, religion, business, entertainment, have built into them a certain amount of racism that they may not even know is there. But it's been around so long that they overlook it. We certainly can see that. Certainly see that with the government. The government has a great history of being racist. So how about entertainment? I had the whole thing at the Oscars recently where it was pointed out that there weren't enough people of color, as they said, people with darker skin that were being included in the process. In business, those who have that little bit darker skin tend to get paid less money for the situation. And of course, religion, every Sunday morning, the white church meets down here and the black church meets down here. Might as well be 1961. And we say, the reason we do that in the church is because black people like to worship a little different than white people do. Systemic. We've convinced ourselves now, this has been around for a long time. So we start warning ourselves about racism, but we try to go back to blatant racism like Jim Crow or Negro and things that are obviously racist. But we don't notice the systemic problem also lies in the new terms. Things like culture. Yeah, culture is a new buzzword for racism. It's just another way of dividing us to make us different so we cannot find where we are the same or where we're similar. Systemic problems like this. We come along, how about culture, how about customs? How about the overemphasis on our nuclear family that makes us believe very clearly that our family, and in its own way, is better than all the other families in the world. It creates prejudice. We have even ancestries trying to show you where your family lived near this castle back in the 1500s. And so that has relevance to you because how's your castle doing? No, what has relevance to you is anything you can learn about yourself, not about your great-great-grandmother. What are you going to learn about yourself today that'll help you understand your own racism? Because finally we're beginning to understand, to a certain degree because of our training, because the passage of time we're in, we're all a little racist. We have a little racist, a little systemic problem in all of our particular families that causes the problem. So what are we going to do about this? I just want to cover today what the systemic problem is. It's in all of our aspects of life. It doesn't matter where you go. It's in the police department, obviously, that there's the thought that since I pick up black people, I ought to be suspicious of black people. You know, rather than sitting around and going, well, that's why they feel that way, we think, well, they shouldn't feel that way. Stop doing that. You're not going to change people by telling them they shouldn't be the way they are. What you're going to have to change people is by making what they do seem absolutely stark, raving crazy.